why you clicked on the video, because you're like, what are the coins looking like? What is up and what is... What is up and what is poppin', YouTube gang? It's your girl, your fave, Maya, back at it again with another, say it with me now, video, idio, okay? And as you can see from the title, y'all, I know you've been waiting on this video. I know you're like, Maya, when are you gonna bring the tea on this subject? And here I am today giving you all the tea on how to start your influencing journey. Everything you need to know before you start. Girl, I'm giving you everything. Get your pen and paper, write it down, because I'm about to school you on being an influencer, okay? I honestly meant to film this video about like 6 months ago, and I don't know why I never sat down and did it, but it dawned on me. I'm like, my girls need to know the tea before they get into this game. And it's only right that I give it to them. So here we are today. I am about to give y'all everything you need to know to start your influencing journey. So if you like videos like this and you want more, make sure to comment below. Let me know if you're new to my channel. Make sure to hit my subscribe button, as I'm super consistent. I post every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and Sunday at 3 p.m. so you don't want to miss out. I don't like long intros. You don't like long intros. We need to get straight into all the tea on starting your influencing journey. Let's get into it. So back in 2018, 2019, I think it was 2019, I posted my first video on YouTube. Of course, it didn't get any traction, but over time, I was able to establish an amazing community of what I call my girls who have been loving on me and supporting me for years now. Now, this didn't happen overnight, so I'm going to give you everything I've learned over this journey and how I am where I am today, okay? So first things first, before we get into the first tip, it's gonna take time, y'all. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not a get famous quick scheme. If you really want longevity in this game, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of learning. And if you're up for that, keep on watching, because I'm going to give you and equip you with everything you need to know. So let's get into our first tip. So tip number 1, you are a brand. Do not downplay yourself to somebody who just posts videos or pictures on the internet. You are much more than that. You're actually a business owner. And when you approach being a content creator as being a business owner, you're going to move accordingly. You're gonna do things like LLC yourself, like I did back in 2019. You're also gonna wanna open up a business bank account so you can keep track of all of your expenses throughout the year. So when tax season comes around and the IRS is trying to play you and make you cut them a check, you're able to reduce your taxes by saying, I spent this much money on my lighting, I spent this much money on my camera, and you're able to deduct that from the taxes you owe at the end of the year. You're also gonna wanna put yourself on a payroll. I know this is a lot to take in, y'all, and it took me so long to even understand any of this, but with research and persistence, you'll be able to grasp these concepts. So you'll be able to put yourself on a payroll. Stuff that a company, if they hired you, they would be doing these things for you. But since you're a business owner, you have to take the liberty of doing it for yourself. You also want to do things like maybe open up a retirement plan. YouTube doesn't offer a retirement plan. These are all things you have to do for yourself, by yourself. So that's the scary part of this, because it's like it's all on you, but there's so much freedom in being an entrepreneur. But we also have to talk about these serious and important topics of being an entrepreneur. I feel like entrepreneurship has been so glamorized that we don't even talk about the real of being an entrepreneur. And one, you need to have your stuff together. Like, you need to research, you need to learn, you need to be constantly growing, or you're just not going to make it in this game. Screw being an influencer, you're not gonna be a good business owner. So before you focus on being a good influencer, focus on being a good business owner. And that starts with learning about these topics that are super important and vital to having a successful business. So something you also need to know, when you're getting paid, whether it's from a brand, whether it's from YouTube, taxes are not taken out of that paycheck. You are hired as an independent contractor, meaning you are responsible for all those taxes. So every time you get paid, you should be setting aside at least 30% of that payment, so when taxes come around, you have the money, girl, because the IRS don't care if you got the money or not. You owe them some money, most likely. So make sure you're saving for taxes. But now that we got all the business stuff out of the way, all the boring stuff out of the way that you're probably like, girl, this is not what I clicked on the video for, but it's what you need to know. Let's get into all the other tips that I have for you today. So tip number 2, baby, you're gonna have to spend some money to make some money. And I know you don't want to hear that. I know you want to be a millionaire and not have to invest anything into your brand, but that's not realistic. Like, of course, when you're starting out, whether it's YouTube or Instagram, your content is not going to be perfect, but you can make it better by having better quality. That means, girl, you gotta invest in some lighting. You gotta invest in a camera if you're doing YouTube. Maybe you have to invest in a tripod. Whatever you see fit for you to invest in, do it. And don't look at it as, oh, I have to spend all this money. No, you have to invest all this money to make that money back. You're going to make double, triple, 4 times what you put in if you can monetize your content in the right way. I feel like this was a really hard thing for me to learn because when I was on YouTube, the first year or year and a half, I was making videos on my phone. And though it got me through what it needed to get me through, I needed to get a camera. And my thing was, I thought getting a camera was gonna be like the hardest thing in the world. I was gonna have to learn all of these settings and all of these functions on this camera. And I thought it was so hard, but in reality, it wasn't, girl. All it took was me to research like 4 YouTube videos and I got it down. So you are going to have to invest and up your quality as you grow. Don't feel like you need to have it all together when you first start, but as you do grow and expand, look at upgrading the things that you use. Look at upgrading your camera. Look at upgrading your lighting. Look at upgrading your editing software. Whatever it is that you use to make your content, as you expand and grow, that should be growing with you. Okay, girl. I know this is why you clicked on the video, because you're like, what are the coins looking like? I'm here to tell you the tea on the revenue you can make from being a content creator if you do it the right way, okay? If you do it the right way. So being a content creator offers multiple streams of income, from YouTube monetization, TikTok creator fund, Instagram reels, brand deals and sponsorships, affiliate links. There are so many ways to make money. Also merch. Like, girl, the opportunities are endless if you expand and go about it in the right way. Girl, when I got my first YouTube check was $110. Like, my first YouTube check was $110. And to even get monetized on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and that can take people sometimes years. It took me a year to get monetized just on YouTube, girl. So I'm going to say that it is not a quick process, but it can be a lifelong career once you're able to monetize all of your platforms. Everything that you do, girl, everything I do is gonna be monetized in one way or another, okay? So my first YouTube check was $110, and as years and years went by and I learned so much stuff and I improved my content, I can have months now where I can make anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 just off of the content that I post online. So it is a very profitable business if you go about it in the right way and if your quality of your content reflects that paycheck. You know what I mean? It's like you can't post once every 2 months and it's a low quality picture and you expect to be a millionaire off the content you post. That's not realistic. Like, that's not realistic. And that's gonna go into my next subject, okay? But we're not even gonna touch on it right now. All I'm saying is it is possible to have a career in content creation, but it does not happen overnight for most people. A lot of the ways I'm able to profit off of my content is from brand deals, baby girl, brand deals, brand deals. Like I said, if you're not getting millions of views on your videos, YouTube monetization is probably not gonna be your best friend. I mean, it'll be a nice check at the end of the month, but it's not gonna be something that's sustainable. Brand deals, on the other hand, is something I have learned to absolutely love. Now, if you're having trouble being able to talk to these brands and actually getting brand deals, that I would recommend you need to get under management. If you're ready, you need to get under management. I am under Mavon Management, which is my fiance's influencer management company, okay? So if you're looking for a manager, you better hit up Mavon Management, girl. I'm gonna have their Instagram, everything, email, everything, girl. Yeah. But if you're ready, like I said, if you're ready, that doesn't mean if you got 100 followers and you want to be an influencer, girl. If you're ready and you actually have the credentials to get a manager, girl, you need a manager, because it has saved me so much stress, so much time, like going back and forth with brands. Girl, sometimes it can be so just rough. Like, it can be rough. There's a lot of different ways to communicate throughout the world. So you might be communicating with somebody who's in China and they don't communicate obviously the same as we do here in the US, and the communication barrier can be really frustrating, or sometimes the price that you're giving people are not accepting that price, and that can be frustrating as well. There's just a lot that you learn when you are in the brand deal game, but let me say the payoff is so worth it once you really master it, or when you get under management and they're able to help you out to navigate it. But brand deals is going to be your best friend. If you're an influencer, brand deals are going to be your best friend. Now, here's where the tea on brand deals come in. Unless you have either the quality content or the following to reflect the qualification for brand deals, you're not going to get brand deals. Like, to be honest, if you have 100 followers and you post once every 2 months, you're not going to get brand deals. Like, brand deals come from people who actually influence other people. You know what I mean? People are putting their products in your hands in the hopes of you influencing other people to buy it. So if you don't have any people to influence, those brands are not going to put the product in your hand, because they know that there's going to be no ROI on it, which is return on investment. So they're not even going to do that. Now, when you first start out with brand deals, you might be doing a lot of gifted collaborations. Now, don't look at gifted collaborations as a bad thing, because in the beginning, it's a good way to get comfortable with promoting products. It's a good way to get your foot in the door so other brands can see that you promote products. But when your following grows and your numbers grow and your reach grows and your influence grows, that's when it's time to make a media kit. That's when it's time to possibly get under management so that you can be getting paid for promoting things instead of just getting gifts for promoting things. You know what I mean? So it does take time. I wasn't consistently making money through paid partnerships till about 2 years into my content creator journey. And at first, y'all know, it started with wigs. I was the wig queen. I was promoting wigs left and right, up and down, and then I just got sick of promoting wigs. So a key is to promote things that you're passionate about. Now I promote lifestyle things, so things that I use actually on a daily instead of wigs, because I don't even wear wigs anymore. So when you are picking what you're going to promote, make sure that it actually reflects your brand and that it aligns with your brand. Okay, boo-boo, let's talk about the real. The next topic is going to be the sacrifice slash process. The sacrifice slash process, okay? I'm gonna be real with you. If you're a very sensitive person and you internalize things that people on the internet say about you, being an influencer is probably not gonna be what you wanna do. There's a lot of crazy people who can find a Wi-Fi connection in the phone and who can type the craziest things under your post. If you're not ready for that, and if you don't have a knowledge of self and who you are, you're gonna break down. You're gonna break down, because the internet is a crazy place. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a crazy place. And there have been times where I've had to take a break because I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's just too much. So if you are looking to be 100% liked on the internet, no, girl, you already off to the wrong start. There are gonna be haters, because if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Like, you can be the most positive, uplifting person and people will still have something to say about you. So this goes to say that if you're looking for affirmation from every single person on the internet, you're not going to find it, and it will probably end up affecting your mental health negatively. So just don't start if you can't handle it. I'm gonna be honest. Don't start if you can't handle it. Now, of course, over time, I feel like my skin has thickened, but when I first got on YouTube, I was super unapologetic. Like, I was my 1000% authentic self. And what I learned is that you can only be affected by what you allow people to affect. You feel me? So it's like, if you don't have an understanding of who you are, these people are gonna tell you exactly who you are, and you're gonna believe it. And it's just gonna be a downward spiral. So work on yourself, know yourself before you become an influencer, because the world's gonna try to tell you who you are, and if you don't know who you are, girl, oh, it's gonna be a problem. So also going along with the topic, the sacrifice slash process, like I said, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It takes many years of learning, unlearning, learning again, growing. It's so much, and it's a very long process. So if you are one to give up quick, girl, you might as well not even start. Because you might not see results for a whole year on your channel. You might not see results for a whole year on your Instagram. Then boom, that one post blows up and sets you up to be successful. Now, when you do have a post that pops, you need to make sure that all of your other content will keep those people who subscribe or followed. What's the point of a post blowing up if you're not able to gain actual traction from it? Make sure all of your other content is worthy of people to follow, so that way you actually gain followers. You feel me? So moral of the story is it takes a lot of discipline. When I first was posting content, I was posting once a day on YouTube. Yeah, you heard me right. I was posting once a day on YouTube, at least once a day on Instagram. Like, I was really on it. Now, when I became a content creator, TikTok wasn't a thing yet. But I hear now you're supposed to post like 3 to 4 TikToks a day, girl. 3 to 4 TikToks a day. So it's like you're gonna constantly be either filming or editing or posting. And if you're not ready for that commitment, girl, might as well not start. You know what I mean? It's going to take commitment, but the payoff is amazing. Like, it's amazing, girl. So if you're very passionate about this and you want to make this a lifelong career, know that you're gonna have to constantly be researching. You're gonna have to constantly be making content and putting yourself out there so that you can continue to gain support and followers. I also just want to put into retrospect editing. Especially YouTube videos. Like, it's easy to edit a reel for me. It's easy to post on Instagram, but like YouTube is the big dog. Like, YouTube is the big dog. And once you're established on YouTube, you're gonna see all of your other platforms just blossom and grow. So my advice would be to focus on YouTube first and watch it just, but girl, I think the longest video that I've ever spent editing was, it took me 12 hours. It took me 12 hours to edit this one video. It was an hour-long vlog. Yeah, like, if you're not willing to sit there and edit a video for 6 to 12 hours, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, it's so long. It's hard, girl, but I be in there editing. I be in there editing. Like, listen, I'm telling you, if your passion is not there, there's gonna be no foundation. And where there's no foundation, it will eventually fail. Like, you just have to be consistent with it. You have to believe that the content you're putting out is valuable. Like, if you don't believe in your content, other people are not gonna believe in your content. Like, I believe so hard before anybody else believed that my content was worthy of being heard and seen. And once I believed that and put that out there, God was like, okay, yeah, baby, you ready now. You ready now. So work on your character, work on your image of who you are throughout this whole process, because it's gonna bring out a different version of you, and you want it to bring out the best version of you, you know? So y'all, owning a business isn't easy. Creating content isn't easy. But if your heart is in it, my advice to you is to pursue, to go, and to be relentless with this thing. Even when you don't see results, even when it feels like nobody sees your content, keep on going, because I promise if you keep on knocking at that door, girl, somebody's got to come answer the door. Somebody has to come answer the door. Like, your faith has to be there. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. And the biggest thing that made me successful, despite all the hours, despite all the research, was my faith. And knowing that God had a plan for me in this, and he has showed up and showed out, and it is only the beginning. So know that if your faith isn't there, it don't matter how much you work. It does not matter. Faith without works is dead, okay? That's my little lesson on today. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was insightful. I hope it inspires you to pursue this influencing journey. If you have not already, just know I am here to support you, to love on you just as much as y'all have loved on me. Trust me, it is well worth every sacrifice. It is well worth every night staying up editing. It is well worth every feeling of doubt and not feeling adequate for this industry. Trust me, you got this, boo. And if you have something to say and if your content is valuable, you need to put yourself out there and continue to put yourself out there day after day, even if you don't see results. I love you. I am so grateful for you. God bless you, y'all. If you want more videos like this, make sure to let me know down below, and I have got your back, okay? I'm gonna see you